Well, I'm Pastor Matt Worley, and I'm a United Methodist pastor, and I'm also a member of the Black Road Regiment of Western New York. And I was asked to make a little video about what I'm thinking, what's going on in my heart, and what has moved me to be a part of the Black Road Regiment. And I'd have to say, first of all, that the biggest reason is I can no longer remain silent. Uh, I'm seeing a lot of things going wrong, a lot of deviation from what this country had in mind, what the founding fathers of this country had in mind, and as far as the way the country should be moving. And I want to be a part of hopefully convincing people to get us back on track, because I think regardless of whatever your political views may be, you'd agree that things aren't going too well right now. And for me, as a Christian, I look back to the biblical witness, and that's what our founding fathers look back to. For me, this is about a country that was established acknowledging that God is the one who was the ultimate king. And, you know, we go back to 1 Samuel, way back in the Old Testament, and the people of Israel came to Samuel one day and said, you know, we want a king. We want a king like everybody else. Because you and your sons, you know, you're old and your sons aren't doing a good job. So we want another king. Well, the thing is, they already had a king, and that king is God. And our founding fathers realized that. They realized that in the Declaration of Independence when they said, you know, that we hold these truths to be self-evident. And these truths are ordained by our Creator, God. The United States, it may not have been a perfect country over the years, but then again, it's been a lot better than most other countries. In fact, I'd argue that just about every country had far more issues as far as the way they treated their people. And the thing is, they created a new nation that was based on this idea that God has given people rights, that God had established rights. And, you know, we talk about violations of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Well, the Bill of Rights really weren't designed to give us our rights. God's already given us our rights. The Bill of Rights was designed to keep government from taking our rights. And now I feel that we've gotten to the point where, well, there's a whole lot of taking on the part of people, but not a lot of giving. And we need to remember that as citizens of this country, we have an obligation to uphold the Constitution, to do what's right for all the people of this country, not just a certain few. And that's why I joined the Black Road Regiment, is that I want to remind people that regardless of whatever your political views are, that we need to preserve the rights of everyone. This nation is one people under God. And that's what I'm going to do everything I can to remind people. I don't see this as a revolutionary movement. Far from it. I see it as a movement that reminds people that, hey, government has its limits. We have rights. God gave us rights. And this country works when we remember that God's the one that gives us a right. Nobody rules by right. Our rulers rule because we give them permission to rule for us. That's what a representative democracy means. So, with this first talk, I'd just like to get everybody to wake up and realize that each one of us has a stake in this. We have a responsibility as not just as Christians, if you're Christian, or not just as people that believe in the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, but God. That we have a responsibility to remember who our king is and to remind the people that we put in office who our king is and who their king is. And that's basically all I had to say. Thank you very much.